Well, we'll log in, and here we are, live in the tasting bothy. Clark and I, once again, tonight, doing a dram. You all right, my friend?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Yes, very well. A nice day at Rosebank.
Good.
Doing a wee tour. It was fantastic. One of the rekindled tours. That's the intermediate ones, where they get to taste the 31-year-old Rosebank, and the two lads that were there loved it. They thought it was super.
I bet they did.
So that was their second tour they've done. They've actually came in, they did the reawakening the first time, so they did the first tour. This time they came back to do the second tour, and they're planning to do the revered tour, where you get 3 Rosebanks to drink, plus one of your choice and whatever. So we're going to do that in the new year.
It is the same tour. It's just different drams at the end.
Just different drams. Aye, the actual. It's not. That's not entirely true, I suppose.
Okay.
The revered tour is a 3-hour tour, and you're there, and it is a wee bit maybe more in depth.
Okay.
You will be, you're there. You have charcuteries with us to start with, and so and then you have taste the new make spirit as a cocktail. Then we do the distillery tour and really focus in on some of the stuff that you want to hear about, and then we finish up with some drams at the end. So
all right,
it's a wee bit more specialised and a bit more kind of personalised as we do it. So yes. Anyway, tonight, Clark, tell me about what you've chosen for tonight, because this is one of your drams.
It is. I picked this one up in the airport coming back from my holidays at one point. So it's a Tomatin. It's an 8. It's a young one, but it's one of these airport special ones that you can only get at the airport. So
right.
It's finished in traditional oak and sherry casks and bourbon casks. So it's not. I managed with 3 different kind of casks apparently.
Right.
It's 40%. As I said, it's 8 years old, so it's quite young. But one of the things I like about it is it's a big bottle.
So you've got a litre bottle rather than a 70 centilitre.
It's a nice bottle, isn't it? I mean, I always like Tomatin. I like the look of the bottle. It's lovely,
Yep. Super. So we've got bourbon and sherry casks.
Yes.
And ABV for me, Clark. What was the ABV?
It's 40.
40%.
It's 40%, aye.
Excellent. So let's have a wee pick it up. It's actually a nice colour. It's a lovely golden colour, Clark. It's like a
nice colour, aye.
It looks like golden syrup. It's like one of the a bit more golden syrup colour. And for to be as young as that, to have picked up that colour in 8 years is actually surprising. So it would question whether they've actually added any colour to this. I don't know if the bottle says if they've added anything to that.
Well, if you taste a lot of caramel, you'll have your answer, eh?
Well, that's true. The first thing I get, though, in the nose is pears. I mean, it's like pear drops.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And a wee bit appley as well.
A wee bit green apple there and pears. That's what I'm getting. And there's a bit of spiciness in there.
Yeah. A wee bit of vanilla, as you'd expect.
Yep. Jennifer makes an apple crumble, which she adds a wee bit of cinnamon to when she does it. Now, I don't know whether she puts that in the apples when she's stewing it, or whether she puts it in the crumble when she's baking it. But that's what I'm getting for this. The apples, pears, a bit of custardy, and a bit of that spices that you get. That's lovely. It's nice. It's actually, for being as young as it is, it's got a lovely nose. There's quite a bit of legs in it as well, Clark.
There is, aye. So it's a wee bit of syrupy, aye, for, as you say, for whiskey. It's not particularly old.
Yeah.
It clings to the glass.
Yep. Anyway, on the nose, it's nice.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much.
Pleasure. Right. So we'll taste it.
Another taste.
Aye, and that's different. It's not got a lot of mouth feel in it. You know, you get that oiliness sometimes. You get that.
Yes.
That's quite thin. Very, very thin.
That's the sage again. Yeah.
Yeah. Disappears straight away. On your mouth, you're not getting that oiliness, but you've got a lovely cinnamon and licoriciness to that. It reminds me of. Remember the shoelaces you used to get?
Yeah. Aye.
It reminds me of them. Honestly.
It's not the licorice ones or the strawberry ones.
If there's anyone watching this, I'll be going, oh, shoelaces. I mean, the older ones will probably go, oh, I remember them.
Remember them, aye.
I don't know if they still get shoelaces.
I don't know. I have no idea.
But
a
dried fruit there, wee bit of custard,
wee
bit of citrus, orangey citrusness. A wee bit of that spicy heat on the tongue, but it comes right off the palate quite quickly, and you're left with just I've got quite a dryness, you know, there's a wee salty bit of saltiness in there. That's just
that's what it is. That's what it is. It's saltiness. That's what it is.
It's a wee, it's dry and salty type thing, and a wee bit of spicy heat. Do you know we were at Edinburgh Gin the other day, so I'm going to fling one in there because there was some that we couldn't guess what it was, and I had a go at it, and it was cardamom. That's what I'm getting left with in my mouth at the end. That same flavour.
I know what you're saying.
That I had the other day, and it's only because we did that on Friday.
With a taste of cardamom, that's right. Yep. Well, it's not unpleasant, but
no, it's actually a nice dram. If you were introducing somebody to a whiskey, that would be a nice introductory dram. There's nothing offensive about that at all.
Inoffensive. Yeah. No, not an outstanding dram. Not an outstanding dram, but fine.
It's pleasant. It's pleasant on the nose. I like that kind of peariness. I don't get any citrus on my nose, but I'm left with a wee bit of citrus in my mouth when I'm tasting it. But there's nothing on my nose. The only problem is anybody that's going to buy a bottle of this will need to be travelling through the airport because, like you've said, it's only available in travel retails.
That's right. It's fine. It's a no bad dram.
Yes, that's very pleasant. Very pleasant. Although, with what Gordon has given us over the last 4 weeks,
no, he has spoiled us. To be honest with you,
I know, and what we've tried ourselves, Clark. This is going to sound. It'll probably sound bad when I say what I've scored it, and I know we should score them all on their own merits, but the last 4 weeks we've had, 8 exceptional drams because we've been having two a night.
And it has spoiled us, by the way. It has spoiled us.
Yes.
Well, with a couple of nice drams the other day from Beirut as well. But 3 nice drams the other day from Beirut as well.
They were lovely. Yes.
So we're getting used to drinking good drams now.
I know.
And when you get one that's all right, you're kind of thinking,
No. And so I feel I'm maybe being a wee bit unfair on this, but I can't score it. I can't score it as high as I scored the Glenallachie last week.
No, not at all.
Or the Glenfarclas.
No, not at all. No,
I can't do that. So I've actually scored at 19 across the board, Clark.
All right. Okay. You've been a wee
bit went into the 20s. I've not gave it a 20 anywhere.
I've given it 20s all the way because I think it's an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's an exceptional dram, but it's a nice dram.
Right. And I've given it 19s across the board. So we're 4 away from where you would be in your 80s. So I'm on a 76. But that might be being a wee bit harsh on it.
A wee bit maybe, but I can see why you're saying that. Just because you've been used to drinking good drams.
Right, but I didn't know. I didn't know where to get a 20 in it.
I've given it 20s all the way because I think it's an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I wouldn't disagree with it.
It's good. It's going to be quite a pure dram for me to make it doing it in the 70s.
Yes.
Or less.
Yeah. Or less. So that was a very good day at Edinburgh Gin. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Some lovely gins, Clark. We'll talk about that over here.
I would recommend that to anybody that fancies a day to try something a wee bit different. The way he was saying, the tour guide was saying, you're moving away from the traditional into the experimental when you're going to the gins, and he was right. And not particularly a bad thing. Not particularly a bad thing.
And for me, I was surprised how much alcohol they actually supplied us on the day.
I know that's a good thing. Well, no, it was good.
To get a gin to start with was really nice. The classic gin was lovely, and then to try the other ones. For me, my surprise was the mulled gin at the end.
Right.
I could see me making a mulled wine with that for Christmas with a bit of cinnamon there and some apples and whatever else.
I just pour that into some red wine and whatnot. I could see that happening as well.
That would be lovely. I've got a soup kettle somewhere in the house here. I could see me filling that up and having that for folk coming round on a chilly evening just to warm them up. That would be, have some of that. And it's only 20%, so it's not like your alcohol is going to be picked up really with that way a nice red wine to kind of balance it out. That would be nice. And I liked the Botanics one. I thought the Botanics was superb.
That's right. That was one from the Edinburgh Botanical Gardens, wasn't it? You've seen all the botanics come from there. They're all grown in there.
Yeah.
So it was quite interesting. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
And you even surprised yourself with the ginger gin, didn't you? The ginger and...
Well, to be fair, I am not a rhubarb fan. To be fair, I hate rhubarb with a passion. I don't eat anything rhubarb at all. And then when I tasted it neat, it didn't change my mind whatsoever that I was going to like rhubarb. And adding the wee bit of lemon peel, that still didn't do nothing for me. But I'd have to say, when I added the ginger ale to it, that made such a difference. It reminded me of those rhubarb and custard sweets that you used to buy. And I thought, this is okay. I couldn't drink a lot of them.
No.
I could maybe have 2. I found it quite sickly sweet. It became sweeter as we added the ginger ale. Had a little bit of a gingery kick to it as well. But I found it too sickly sweet to do that with. But no, I was very impressed. And the cocktail that we had at the end
was good
nice
as well. Yeah, good as well. So a good day out. We change,
and
but a good day out.
Mm-hmm. For you, when we went to the Scottish Malt Whisky Society, the Linkwood, that was one for you.
That was it. I was trying to remember the name of that. Linkwood, that was the one. Aye.
The Linkwood, the 10-year-old Linkwood was lovely. That was a smasher of a dram.
It was an absolute cracker. It really was. I was quite surprised that it came from a distillery, and they said Linkwood, and I said Linkwood, Linkwood.
And the Aberfeldy. The Aberfeldy was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Again, one of the things I like about Scottish Malt Whisky Society is that they're all cask strength. So
that's right. Aye,
we're experimenting with a wee bit of water here and there with it.
You drop water there. That's right. Just to see how it works out. I'm just going to take a wee note here. In case you wonder what I'm doing. Yeah, good.
Yes. The more this is kind of sitting, the more it's opening up on the nose. I'm even getting a wee bit of that kind of linseedy.
And I was just thinking that it's beginning to get a wee kind of polishy kind of.
Yep. It's really beginning to open up now that it's been sitting breathing for a wee while.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we will say our farewells to everyone this evening. We will get ourselves prepared for another wee tasting next week. You've gave me a wee bag full of stuff. And the one that jumped out at me more than anything else was the Jura 21-year-old, because I'm thinking to myself, I can't wait till I taste of that.
Yes, you wait to try that one, by the way. That's a wee treat. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm only going to wait a week.
And I re-tasted it when I was putting it in the bottle for you, and I thought, oh, I forgot how good this is.
That's the joy of when you make these wee, gift packs up for each other when we send them over. I always have a wee taste as well, just to remind me what I'm sending over. So, and I also have to mention that Gordon has he's popped into the Scottish Malt Whisky Society for me, and he's picked up a bottle of that Freeform Jazz, which you and I have tasted and we've done, and so I look forward to us. I'll get that over to you. I think that was that dram A that we did. I think so. Which I gave a 93 to because I loved it.
It was a cracking jam. It really was. Mm-hmm.
And I know you like the sherry cask type things, Madeira and with molasses and everything. So
yep, absolutely.
Anyway,
right.
We'll say our farewells, pal, and we will catch up again. So I can go and get done and watch Strictly with my wife. Anyway, I've got to be careful because if she ever decides to watch back any of these videos, she'll see what I'm actually saying. But anyway, and obviously November has gone.
Oh, it's gone. Why did I not notice that immediately? You should have left it on tonight, let the folks see it.
No, fair enough. I mean, I'm quite happy. I love doing November every year. And the great thing about November is it's all about, prostate cancer, mental health, all that kind of stuff that it's for. And that's why I like doing it once a year, is because it's at that time I think about, friends who I know that have actually never taken their own life. And I do November for that. It just helps me to remember them and show that they're not forgotten. And then at the end of it, I like to take it off. It's like, that passing on. So, but anyway, that's another thing. Right. We will catch up later on, pal. And once more in the tasting booth, we'll say good night to folks. Good night, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.